So over the last few months now, I've been really obsessed with ancient philosophy, specifically Stoicism, and how we can use these old ideas and tools and techniques in order to boost our happiness, our decision making, our health, our wellness, our mental toughness, and overall our success in life. And really what's interesting to me about it is that all of these ideas, that people came up with 2,000 years ago, are now being backed up and validated by researchers in the fields of science, neuroscience, and psychology. And today I want to share with you guys 3 ancient tools backed up by research that are going to help you design your life for more happiness. And so first one is called negative visualization. And what it means is basically asking yourself one simple question. What's the worst thing that could possibly happen? If everything went sideways, if everything turned against you in your life, and you lost it all. You lost your job, you lost your home, you never met your spouse. What if you don't finish that marathon next week? What if you fail that paper or that test at school? What if you don't achieve that big goal that you've set for yourself? Imagine what's the worst that could happen. Now, this may sound like a bad idea if you want to be happy in your life. But ironically, research shows that by imagining, on purpose, just for a bit, imagining the worst things that could possibly happen, 2 things really happen. Number one is you feel more grateful for the things that you have. Because when you visualize, losing your job or, never having met your spouse, you're going to feel a lot more grateful for those things in your life. And the second thing that happens is you take away the power of fear. Because oftentimes fears are strong in our lives because they're unexamined, because we've never actually taken the time to truly observe them. And so instead we create these stories inside of our head of, I could never make it through it. If that happened, if I lost my job, life is over. It would break me in half. But what research has shown, a really fascinating finding is that we as human beings, we're so adaptable, we're so strong, and we can adapt to almost any kind of circumstance in our lives. There's a concept called post-traumatic growth that shows that, after people go through these horrible things in their lives, losing friends or family, or, getting in horrible, car crashes or whatever it is, oftentimes that is a motivating factor for change. Oftentimes people report growing and being happy even for that experience because it forced them to level up in their lives, forced them to change their priorities, to live a better life. And so if there's one thing for certain is that pain in our lives can be a powerful motivator. And so simply realizing that, even if the worst things happen in our lives, I'm still going to be okay, that is a powerful shift in perspective. And so I recently realized, you started using this summer, because I'm, creating my business here, coaching. And so I would visualize, right? What would it be like if I never made any money with it? If I couldn't even afford a bed to sleep in. And so I started literally sleeping on the bare floor. No mattress, no pillow, just sleeping on the bare floor. And it sucked, of course. it wasn't great sleep, but I realized that even if, I never make any money with this, I can still love every single day because I love what I do, and I can still be happy even if I never make any money with it. And so to me, that was a powerful shift because it showed me that I can't lose at this because no matter what happens, I'm going to enjoy myself. And so that's the first key. Number 2 is this, act as if. Now in the last few years, Amy Cuddy made this super popular with a TEDx talk on power posing, right? Where she basically showed that engaging in these wide and open body postures, making yourself as big as possible, it actually increases your confidence and your feelings of power. And so, other researchers have found that if you smile, you actually feel happier. If you breathe deeply in your belly, that you feel more relaxed. And so all of these ideas aren't really new. In fact, Seneca 2,000 years ago came up with this concept that if you want to feel calm, then act calm. He said, turn all your anger's indications into the opposites. So if you feel angry, breathe breathe slower. If you feel angry, then relax your facial muscles and relax the arms and your neck. If you feel angry, then soften the tone of your voice. And so simply acting as if is a powerful tool. In fact, I had this great quote on my podcast the other day when I was interviewing Bill Shaka. He said, it's easier to act yourself into feeling a certain way than it is to feel yourself into acting a certain way. And so sometimes simply acting, taking the action, making the jump, or simply using your body postures, your movements, your facial expressions to get yourself into certain states is super powerful, because then you don't have to, this war inside of your head that's often going on, where we try to convince ourselves of things, where we try to convince ourselves that yes, I'm confident, yes, I'm powerful, yes, I'm happy, whatever it is. Oftentimes the fastest way to overcome that is simply using your body in new ways and more powerful ways. Now, number 3 is this: make it a treat. We live in this world today of immediate gratification, where with the click of one button on your phone, you can order pizza, you can watch 1.5 million movies, you can do 1.5 million things in this world right now, right here. And so oftentimes in our lives, we take these things for granted. Even a couple of years or decades ago, we didn't have all of these amazing opportunities. And so simply, taking the time to appreciate that can be powerful. And so Michael Norton, he's a Harvard professor. What he did was he looked at, the effects of temporary self-denial, temporarily denying yourself some of these pleasures on our happiness. And so for example, if you every morning before work, you go into Starbucks to buy coffee, what if you didn't do that for a couple of days? If for 3 or 4 days you didn't do that, and then you come back the 5th day, what Michael Norton found is that the enjoyment, the pleasure you get from drinking that coffee after a couple of days of not doing it is so much bigger. The taste so much more delicious. You feel so much more amazing than if you'd done it all along the way. And so temporarily denying ourselves of some of the pleasures that we have every single day can be a powerful tool for increasing our happiness. And the Stoics, in fact, took this to a whole nother level. So, for example, they started walking outside in cold winter days without coats, or they, started skipping meals just to teach themselves that, next time this comes around, the next time I have a coat, the next time I have food, it's going to be so much more amazing. And you can use this in so many different ways, whether it's about deleting some of the apps on your smartphone for a couple of days, deleting Instagram or Snapchat, or, simply skipping the usual dessert, the ice cream that you usually have after dinner for a couple of days or a week, or maybe not watching movies, just for a week, right? Because then when you do it again, it's going to feel so much better. And so guys, these 3 tools here: number 1, negative visualization, or to realize that no matter what happens in my life, I'm going to be okay. Number 2, acting as if, using your body, your movements, your facial expressions to change how you feel. Number 3, making it a treat, using temporary self-denial in order to appreciate things even more are 3 powerful tools that you can use in your life to boost your happiness. And so guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the subscribe button below to get more videos like this on mental mastery, what it takes to live an epic life. Thanks so much for watching, and see you next time.